Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to attempt to complete the dungeon run with another class. So I think let's try it with the priest today. As I said in my previous video, I've attempted the priest quite a few times and I've failed probably like 5 times. So the priest so far has been the class which I have had the most difficult time with trying to complete the dungeon run. So hopefully it will go a little bit better this time. And obviously, as always, on the right side of the screen is my deck, and on the left side of the screen is my opponent's deck.
Oh, feeding time?
So, as always, it's very quick to beat the very first boss. You just basically throw everything at his face.
Is someone injured?
And that is a very quick victory. Okay, so enemy minions cost 1 more, your battle cry is triggered twice, and the hero power improvement. Now, all of these are pretty bad, I have to say. I think probably the Glyph of Warding is the best one, and the Battle Totem is probably the second best one. So let's try to beat it with the Glyph of Warding. It's not a very good one, but let's give it a go. And then let's see what we get. Swap the attack and health of all other minions. That's not really good. And that one is relatively good, but the Radiant Elemental is certainly very good. Okay, I guess let's take the combo caster one.
Tyrande versus Candlebeard.
Alone give me strength.
Snicker me whiskers.
Okay, we will actually, since we do not have a lot of spells, I don't want to keep the Radiant Elemental since it's not really a good card in my deck currently. And I think we can throw away the Light Spawn also. So this guy's deck works on playing a lot of small mana cost minions, so fortunately the fact that all of his minions now cost 1 more mana, that will actually be pretty good for us.
What you got there?
Embrace
Right away.
Okay, that is quite a good trade for him.
The damned stand ready.
Right away.
Okay, Whirlwind is quite unfortunate. And the plus attack is also quite unfortunate. Okay, why did he use the coin there? That really doesn't make much sense. Okay, so we have 4 damage, 5 damage, 6 damage. So unfortunately we can't kill him right now. So we will just go ahead and do this.
Catching! My face!
Right away.
Okay, that one is relatively good, that one is not good, and that one is not really good. So we will take the combo caster. Once again, the previous choice that we got was also the combo caster choice.
Tyrande versus Frostfur!
Elune, give me strength.
I told you kobolds to... Oh, what have we here?
Okay, that's not really a good opening hand. Okay, still a very bad opening hand, since I'm passing my first and second turn.
The damned stand ready.
But from here on out, things should be going a bit better.
Handle it! My fate is sealed.
Right away.
Block!
I don't really care about that one dying, since I already have a pretty big card advantage. So I don't really need more cards, especially considering I only have 4 more cards remaining in my deck.
Embrace the void. They'll never know what hit them.
Blessed be this
Feel my pain.
My fate is sealed. What you looking at?
And that is a very easy victory.
Feel my pain.
My fate is sealed.
Okay, Archmage's Staff is one of the best cards in the game, simply because it allows you to have infinite cards basically. It doesn't protect you against fatigue, unfortunately, but apart from that it is like literally the best card in the game. That's not good, and that's not really good either, so let's take the Archmage's Staff. And then, so far I have a duplicate card there, so taking Raza the Chained is not really that good. Let's look at the other choices. Lyra should be pretty good, and yeah, I think Lyra will probably be the best choice out of all of these. I'm very tempted to take Raza, but I think Lyra might be a little bit better. Although Raza and Shadow Reaper Anduin is a very good combo. So let's just see here. Whenever you cast a spell, so it can be any spell, even the spells that I get from the Archmage's Staff, which will combo with the Lyra. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Let's take the combo caster once again.
Tyrande versus
Can no one give me strength?
Jinzo got big plans for you.
Okay, so we will throw away all of those because I really want to get the Archmage's Staff in my opening hand. Or any Battlecry cards, even though I don't believe I have any Battlecry cards in my deck at all. Except Grand Archivist, I think. Okay, so far it's a very bad opening once again. Same as the previous game, I skipped my first and second turn, which is not good at all. And I'm basically skipping my third turn also, since the Dragon Soul doesn't do anything right now.
Job done.
I hope you like my invention.
Embrace the world. What? They fell off a truck.
Behold the glory of a new sun.
What? They fell off a truck.
Okay, well here I can summon, oh no, I can't do that yet. Oh well, I might be able to do that. Let's try that. Okay, so I will be able to do that. So hit that there. And heal that. No, I can't heal. I need to remember that I can't heal. So let's heal his face. And then I can play a convert. Okay, that's pretty good.
My shield for Argus.
Well, if I was him, I would definitely have gone for the Lyra instead of the Ochonai Soul Priest, but okay. Yeah, this Lyra and Dragon Soul combo is pretty damn unfair. because you're just constantly casting spells. Okay, we can choose another Lyra if we want to. Let's have a look, and I do actually think that is what I want to go for, since I also get another Radiant Elemental, which is really good. So let's go for that one again, and surprisingly enough, this is the 4th time in a row that I'm taking the combo caster option. So it seems we are building this deck solely on the combo caster option.
Tyrande versus Lyris, the Wild Mage.
Alone give me strength.
The flames will make you dance!
Okay, so against her you really need a good opening hand, otherwise you are going to get destroyed. And Lyra is relatively good, Grand Archivist is not good at all. Fortunately, the +1 to her minions will help us a little bit, because her deck is basically just filled with Flame Wakers. So instead of costing 3 mana each, the Flame Wakers are now going to cost 4 mana each. So that is certainly going to help us a little bit.
The damned stand ready.
More! More!
Okay, well, it's unfortunate that the wild pyromancer died, but it's not the end of the world.
Is someone injured?
My fate is sealed. I serve the fire lord.
And there's the first Flame Waker.
Are you ready for some fireworks?
Behold the glory of a new sun! My fate is sealed. I serve the fire lord.
Okay, I got really lucky there, so that's excellent.
Illuminate!
In the light's name.
And from here on out, I shouldn't be able to be defeated, unless she gets extremely lucky.
Need more power!
Okay, let's just see, is there a way for me to win right now? I have 14, no.
My fate is sealed.
Face the light.
Illuminate! I serve the fire lord.
Oh, and fortunately she cast that instead of 3 arcane missiles, because if she had cast 3 arcane missiles there, then it would have been really bad, because every arcane missile is 5 damage, so she could have easily cleared my board if she cast 3 arcane missiles there. Okay, Cloak of Invisibility is very good. death rattles trigger twice is not good, since I basically have no death rattles except like Dark Cultist, and Mysterious Tome is pretty damn bad, so I guess we're going for the Cloak of Invisibility. And then we get the Combo Caster once again, but let's have a look at the other cards that are available. Those aren't really good, and I guess we're going for the Combo Caster once again. So far, I think this deck should be able to beat the very last boss. It doesn't really have anything amazingly unfair in it, but it does have a little bit of unfairness with Lyra and the 2 Radiant Elementals. If you can get those on the field at once, then yeah, you should be able to win. Or even if you draw the Archmage's Staff at the very beginning, that's also a big boost. And now any minions that I play will be permanently invisible. Even if I attack with them, they will remain invisible, which is really quite good. It doesn't really help against his hero power, but it is still pretty good. His hero power is quite powerful. He deals 1 damage to his own minion and then it gains +5 attack, which is horribly powerful. Okay, unfortunately I can't target that thing with a spell, so I'm just going to have to attack that in there and heal my guy in order to draw a card, probably.
Right away.
Okay, fortunately he can't attack my minions. And that was a pretty slow turn.
Right away.
And next turn I can do some very good combos with the Radiant Elemental. And that was a really weak brawl, fortunately. And once again, fortunately, the strongest minion won. So I got pretty damn lucky there. Or even though it was just like a 50-50, it was still pretty lucky. Okay, I guess Holy Smite will be the best. And I definitely do not want the Wild Pyromancer on the field when I want to cast a lot of spells, but fortunately I can just trade in the Wild Pyromancer when I want to cast a lot of spells. And as we can see, the Wild Pyromancer will trade in there very nicely, so that will be good. So there's really no use to playing the Dragon Soul right now, so I will rather play the Light Spawn.
Let the pain speak to me.
Okay, and I get another Radiant Elemental, which really isn't going to help me a whole lot unless I get Lyra pretty soon.
Let the pain speak to me.
And I am very quickly running out of steam. Okay, Shadow Reaper Anduin is very good.
The light has betrayed me.
Okay, so if I play this, at the end of your turn, cast a spell from your deck, targets chosen randomly. So that could play Shadow Word Pain on my own guys, or Holy Smite on my own guys. And yeah, that's basically it. Otherwise than that, it could play Mind Blast or Holy Nova. So that's not really good. I have a pretty big chance of getting screwed over by that actually. So I don't think I want to take that chance. So I'm just going to rush his face down. I think that will probably be the best option.
Pay attention, class.
Feel my pain.
Okay, and that should be it. Fortunately, even though I didn't get any good cards, I was able to beat this guy.
Instruction begins.
I shall do as you say.
Okay, now let us see. I think probably the mind control one will be the best. Maybe the light bomb one, even though I don't know. I guess let's go for the light bomb one. That will at least give me some protection against the opponent flooding the field. Okay, the second last boss.
Tyrande versus Bristlesnarl.
Alone give me strength.
Okay, we will throw these away in an effort to hopefully get something a lot better. Obviously Lyra is very good, the Archmage's Staff is very good, and Radiant Elemental is also very good, but unfortunately we didn't get any of those. So his hero power is reduce the cost of cards in your hand by 1. Holy crap, that is a good hero power. Okay, Lyra, that's very good. Unfortunately, I think I am going to have to not do anything this turn, because if I use Shadow Visions, the only spells that I can get are Holy Smite, which is useless, Potion of Madness, which is useless, Power Shield, which is okay, Mind Blast, which is useless, and Holy Nova, which is useless, and Light Bomb, which is useless. So honestly, I think it will be better just to play Priest of the Feast next turn, then Lyra, and then unleash the Dogs of War on this guy, just as long as I can keep the Radiant Elemental on the field. So hopefully he doesn't crush us with any strong cards before then. Okay, that's pretty unfortunate.
Blessed be this.
I should actually be able to stay alive for a very long time thanks to the Priest of the Feast and Lyra combo, since I will basically not be able to die as long as I just keep on casting spells. So that will definitely be good. Let us see. I don't really need to buff up any of the cards right now. I will keep it since I might get Dragon Soul in the next turn. Okay, that thing we definitely need to kill. Okay, let the madness begin. Okay, Archmage's staff is pretty good, even though Dragon Soul will probably be better. So let's see if we can get Dragon Soul. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that, even though I will probably overdraw a card then. But that should be fine.
My beast will find you.
Okay, fortunately he's playing very weak cards right now.
My hand is full.
Okay, as long as I don't burn the Dragon Soul, I should be fine. So here, let's go ahead and play the Gazrilla. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to trade my Priest of the Feast. Oh, no, I can actually attack with this one, so that's fine.
Hey, that's my king! I know these caves. You know nothing.
Holy crap.
There is no escape.
Holy shit. Okay, well, this is probably the time that I need to play the Light Bomb. So, in order to kill that thing, I need to play the Light Bomb and attack that in there. Fortunately, there is no limit to the amount of time that I can use to think, so let's think this through very carefully. If I play Light Bomb, then that dies, that dies, that dies. Then he's left with 2 2/2s. And then I need to deal with that thing. So I can just attack that in there, play Light Bomb, and then deal with the 2/2s. I will probably attack that in there. That means I need to heal this thing, because this will actually stand a good chance of just keeping me alive forever. So that will definitely be good. So let's heal that, and then play Light Bomb, and then attack that in there, and then attack that into the face. Probably attack all of the other stuff into the face also. So that means that I am going to have 1 mana remaining, so it probably means that I should do a Shadow Visions. But if I do a Shadow Visions, then I'm going to burn 1 card, I think, yes. So there's really no need for me to do the Shadow Visions. So let's just heal that guy, do the Light Bomb, and then attack that in there, and attack the rest into the face.
That's my king!
So I should be able to beat him on the following turn, if he doesn't kill the
The
Gazrilla.
hunt ends! They smell your fear!
Okay, so it seems that we won. This guy is really one of the most powerful guys in the game. Like, really, that hero power is incredibly powerful. So I'm pretty happy that we were able to beat him. Let me just see. Yeah, the Pyroblast will finish it. Okay, Boosts of Haste is incredibly powerful. Amulet of Domination. Take control of an enemy minion. Add it to your dungeon deck. So that is a very good thing to have at the very beginning, because you can basically steal an enemy card and add it to your dungeon deck once per boss fight. So that is really incredibly powerful. But I think the Boots of Haste is going to be the best card by far, since it just allows you to play like Grand Archivist and Lyra, and all of those cards form 0 mana, which is really good. So I think the Boots of Haste will be the best. And I think here probably the Dominion will be the best, since the Archbishop Benedictus will actually possibly come into play if the game goes on for very long.
Todd? Oh, he gonna be so mad!
Okay, so this one is going to be pretty difficult to beat, because her hero power becomes more powerful all the more of her chests that you destroy. So hopefully we will be able to overcome that. If I get the Boots of Haste early on, that will be very good. The Archmage's Staff at the very beginning is really good, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I think the Shadow Visions will be able to pull the Boots of Haste also, so let's keep the Shadow Visions for now. So basically how this boss works, if you didn't watch my previous dungeon video, is that she buffs up all of these guys with a lot of spells, and then she just basically attacks with those minions. So it is pretty damn difficult to overcome her late game stuff. Unfortunately, if I play Frostbolt on that guy, he will not die, since he gains 2/2 before dying, so that is a bummer. So fortunately we have an amazing start here, because I'm going to play both of my Radiant Elementals, and then I can just go crazy with the spells once the Lyra is on the field. Okay, so if I attack that in there, he will have 1 health remaining, and then I can kill it with the Frostbolt. So that will actually be pretty good. The argument could be made to not kill that thing right now, because it is possible that if I kill that 2/3, then he's going to play something which is more powerful than a 2/3, and I obviously don't want that to happen. But I think I am going to take that chance in any way. And as you can see there, once you cast a spell, the effect first takes place and then your spell is cast. So that could have been a novice mistake. If you just thought that you could have killed that thing with a single Frostbolt. Okay, Dragon Soul is very good for later on. I'm certainly happy that I got that.
Attention, class.
You can hide no longer.
Okay, it would have been pretty cool to get the mana bind on that card, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think there's any chance of me losing this game anymore, since this combo with the 2 Radiant Elementals and the Lyra on the field is just crazy. I would actually want the Violet Teacher to be not on the field right now, to not be on the field right now, but that's fine. I can just trade in the little 1/1s that that are summoned from that in order to create more space. So that is not really the end of the world. So I could leave the spells, the spell and this spell, for the next turn when I play the Dragon Soul, because that will basically give me 1 extra dragon. So I think actually that is a pretty good option. So let's just attack everything into the face. I will leave that 1/1 alive, since a 1/1 is basically the weakest thing that he could possibly summon. So if I kill the 1/1, then there's a chance that he then will like summon something bigger. So leaving that 1/1 literally gains me a little bit of HP every turn, since he's not attacking me with something bigger. Okay, that's pretty bad because one of my elementals died, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so now we start the combo. We've gotten enough spells from the staff already. I think we got like 5 spells, which is pretty good. Eternal Servitude is pretty good because I might be able to get back Radiant Elemental. And we obviously want to make sure that we can cast 3 spells this turn, so we will also play that and then play the Light of Naru, I think. That should be pretty good. Okay, Radiant Elemental, that's very good. And then we can probably trade this guy in, since he's becoming a little bit of a nuisance with the 1/1s that he is constantly summoning. So yeah, because otherwise if I play the Light of Naru, then the guy will not be summoned. The Light Warden will not be summoned. So we obviously don't want that to happen.
Instruction begins.
Let me just think. Yeah, that should be fine. I should actually first play a Shadow Visions and then do the other thing. So let's play a Shadow Visions. Okay, unfortunately I didn't get the Boots of Haste, so I think I will take the Mind Blast. And I can actually immediately cast it. Holy shit, I actually lost a dragon just now due to this piece of shit. So that was a little bit of a mistake. I actually should have traded that guy in, but I completely forgot about the dragon. But it's no problem, since we will be able to get another dragon in this turn by doing this. No, we will not be able to get another dragon. Because if I play the Light of Naru, then it will summon a Light Warden, which will once again cancel out the dragon. So I think we need to wait until the next turn before we go crazy with all of the spells once again. Okay, so that's fine. I will just leave it like that.
Illuminate!
And 4 damage per turn really isn't that much. Okay, unfortunately he managed to wipe my entire fucking board. So that is certainly not good. but I should have enough staying power here to finish the game, hopefully. From your opponent's deck into the battlefield. I don't know what cards he will have, so I don't want to take that chance right now. So I think, yeah, that's not good. Let's do this.
My echoes are eternal.
In the light's name.
And what else? I want to be able to cast 3 spells, so in order to do that I will have to do the Mind Blast and the Holy Nova.
I must remain hidden to break free.
Holy crap, he just drew 3 dragons. Okay, this is pretty good. I actually think that I will need to do this before that guy becomes too big, because otherwise he's going to deal 1 damage to everything on my side of the field each and every turn, which isn't as bad as a 4 damage guy hitting me each and every turn, I think. So it might actually be worth it to keep the Shadow Reaver Anduin and not play it right now. So let's just see, I need to cast another 3 spells right now. In order to do that, well, I really can't do that right now. I would need at least 9 mana to do that, so I think Devour Mind will probably be the best option right now. And the Chromatic Dragon might actually be pretty good, since he will eventually cast the spell, I think.
Face the light.
Wretched looter.
Okay, so that is pretty crazy. 8 damage per turn is certainly something that I can't deal with, so I am pretty much forced to play the Shadow Reaver Anduin right now. I don't really think there's any alternative.
The light has betrayed me. I go unseen. Is not yours.
And blah blah blah. Okay, so I don't really think there's any use for the Potion of Madness right now, but I could use it next turn in order to get another dragon. So I'm going to keep it instead of throwing it away right now. And fortunately I will not burn a card right now, so that's good.
You are not welcome here.
Okay, so let us see. Will I be able to summon a dragon? I don't think so, because I need to cast at least 3 spells. So I could do like that one, and what else? I don't really want to do that one, since it will kill my own guy. But maybe killing my own guy isn't that bad right now. Let me think. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't really have any other strong minions, so honestly, summoning a 5/5 dragon is probably my best option at staying alive. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we do that. And then that. And that. Oh, that will actually heal me quite a lot. I didn't even think about that. So it's that and that. That will leave me with 4 mana. And what can I do after 4 mana? Well, I could do that. No, that will kill that one. I don't want any more of the chests to die. So I think I will just do this. That will heal me for a very good amount. I obviously need to then run that in there probably. So let's go ahead and do that right now, I think.
I go unseen.
Okay, that healed me for 10. That's pretty good. And then I need to cast another spell. I think that this will not be too bad, I don't think. So I think this one instead of that one is probably the best. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then we can play the Dark Cultist, I guess.
The damned stand ready.
Okay, so I'm taking 5 damage per turn. Things are not looking good, I have to say. Draw a card, fill your hand with copies of it. So I need to kill those 2 probably. So attack that in there, or at least shoot that in there. Then, yeah, I can't get another dragon this turn. I don't have enough spells, not nearly enough. So I think this one, oh no, first I need to shoot, then that one, and then shoot, and then probably that one, and then I can actually just run that in there and then shoot his face.
My fate is sealed.
Secret agent coming through. Is someone injured?
Okay, so I basically just have fucking AoE damage right now with all of the Holy Novas, so that's not good, because if I do 2 Holy Novas then his chests will die. So I think at this stage I basically have to go for broke and just rush everything into his face. I should be able to kill him in 2 turns, because if I have all of this damage and then if I also do a Holy Nova, yeah, I should be able to kill him in 2 turns, hopefully. So that means I probably need to do a Shadow Madness on that thing and attack it into his face also, in order to get that little extra damage. Unfortunately, on his next turn, the Hero Power is going to kill that guy and that guy. But there's nothing I can do about that. I can stop this guy, oh no, I can stop this guy from dying by doing the Holy Nova, but this guy will still die due to his ability. And if I cast any spell, this guy will die. So I don't really have a lot of choices, unfortunately. I think probably the best option will be attack that in there and attack that in there. and then do the Holy Nova. But what do I do then? Oh, okay, I can use my hero power on that guy also. So actually then I can do this. Okay, run that in there. Shoot that guy. Then heal. Yeah, that should work out relatively good. That there, and then the Holy Nova. And then the Goblet, I think, will be mildly good. Unfortunately, I can't summon a dragon this turn. That would have probably given me more than enough damage to finish him off. But we should still be able to beat him, since at the moment he only has 6 damage. So he's going to hit me with 6 damage this turn, 7 damage including his hero power. So he's going to hit me with 7 damage, and then on the next turn another 7 damage. So we are really playing it very closely. So we do this. Oh, I actually made him draw a shitload of cards just now. I don't think that was good, but I might be able to make him fatigue, actually. Even though I don't think that is necessarily an amazing thing to do. It's not going to be really useful, I don't think. So let's attack that in there. That 1 damage isn't going to be very threatening, I don't think. So I think let's take a chance and do the Toland's Goblet. If I get the Toland's Goblet on Mind Blast or anything like that, then it's going to be pretty amazing. But if I get it on something like Boots of Haste, then I'm pretty much screwed, since my entire hand is in any way spells at the moment. But I think that the Toland's Goblet might be the best. Let's count our damage. We have 10 damage on the field. So if we hit that in there and we shoot him, then he has 19 HP left on the next turn. Minus this 10, which leaves him with 9. So that means I will have to shoot him 5 times in order to kill him, which is impossible, since my hero power costs 2 mana per shot. So I really don't think there's any use to shooting him right now. I think honestly the Toland's Goblet is the best choice. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, a shitload of light bombs. That has probably just sealed my fate. I don't think I will be able to win from here on out, unfortunately. So that is quite unfortunate.
I dream and the world trembles.
Okay, let's see. 10 damage into the face. I need to kill at least one of the guys. Or no, actually, even if that guy dies, he's still going to deal 10 damage to me. Which means I need to fatigue the shit out of him. So that is going to be the only way how I can beat him. Unfortunately, I can't fatigue the shit out of him. It's impossible, because he has more than enough cards. Yeah, I don't think it's at all possible to fatigue him any more than like 3 cards. So that's not going to be useful. And if I do a Holy Nova in any way, then it's going to deal a shitload of damage to me. So, even if I kill that, I am dead. The only way for me to survive is to kill that. If I kill that, then I survive, because it's 2 damage, 3 damage, 7 damage, plus 2 damage from there. And that's assuming that it doesn't add any extra damage. Let's see, if I do the Shadow Madness on that guy, then I have 13 damage. With the Holy Nova, that will be 15 damage and 4 cards drawn, plus 1 fatigue damage. So that will mean he has something like 5 cards left after that. Or 5 HP left after that, which still, once again, is not enough. Holy shit, I don't think there's any way for me to beat him. Yeah, this is quite a predicament. I don't really even have enough to kill the Ysera. So, what are my other options then? I think my only other options are to kill one of the master chests and just hope that I get something useful out of that. So let's just go ahead and do that then, and just hope for something useful. Unfortunately, if I do the Holy Nova, then all of the chests are going to die. All of those chests are going to die. That's going to be bad. But I need to get rid of 1 card, because otherwise I'm screwed. Otherwise I really can't get any of the things, any of the death rattle things. Holy shit, I've never had such a bad run of luck. Let me see. So I'm just going to do the Holy Nova and hope for the best. Okay, Wondrous Wand. What can I do with that? Well, I can shoot and then play the Wondrous Wand, but that will just give me 1 card. That's not really going to help. Yeah, and the Priest of the Feast isn't going to help me at all. And unfortunately, I think I'm pretty much dead next turn.
Blessed be this fucking cake. I wield the power of blood.
Yeah, and that indeed is dead. So that is pretty unfortunate. It was so damn close. Just 1 more turn.
It's too bad for you. When adventurer dies, no more king is getting all the loot.
These treasures, ancient and venerable, here they will stay.
Yeah. Okay, let's try another run with the priest.
Tyrande versus a wee whelp. Alone give me strength.
Ooh, feeding time?
Okay, so from the very beginning we can pretty much just rush him down. No need for any board control.
The damned stand ready. Handle it!
Embrace the world. Feel my pain.
Okay, Cloak of Invisibility is by far the best one. Let's see what we get. That's okay. That's not really good, and that's okay. I think the Death Rattle one is the best.
Tyrande versus Frostfur.
So, since I don't have 7 Death Rattle minions in my deck, I will throw away the Awaken the Makers. Getting the Cloak of Invisibility this early on is pretty good. That will probably allow me to go to like the 5th, maybe the 6th boss just on the fact alone that I got the Cloak of Invisibility at the beginning, because the Cloak of Invisibility is like really powerful. You can already, just on the fact that you have that, beat many of the starting bosses, no matter how crappy your deck is.
Feel my pain.
Okay, N'Zoth is very good. Those aren't that good. And that's pretty good, but I think N'Zoth is still better. So at the moment we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Death Rattles. So that's still not enough.
Strength.
Be gone! Your magic finds no purchase here.
Holy shit, now I have to draw a secret in the first turn.
Welcome to the exhibit!
And I think the Rattling Rascal will probably be the best.
Is someone injured?
Don't touch that! Handle it!
Right away.
Tastingo! Yes!
Okay, let me just think here. Hit that in there. That there. No, that will only allow me to draw 2 cards. That's not enough. So let us just then do this. Oh, I forgot about the counterspell. Okay, that's not a huge problem. So we will just do that.
No, don't touch that.
I'm scary!
What you want?
And we will do this.
I'm scary! Right away.
And next turn he's probably dead.
Get behind me.
Silence! Run away. Only doom awaits below.
Okay, Vaporal Dagger, Poisonous, Mega Wind Fury. Wow, that's actually really good, and that is the first time that I've seen that thing. But this card is disgustingly powerful. This is like, once again, one of the most powerful cards in the game. It is just basically unbeatable power with the fact that it resummons itself each and every turn. Even though that Vaporal Dagger is really good, I think the Wax Rager will be even better, especially since I'm already playing a Death Rattle deck. And here are some more Death Rattle cards. That's pretty good. This deck seems pretty damn good so far. I think I might be able to beat the final boss with this one. And now that we have enough Death Rattle minions, I will keep the thing in my opening hand. And the Wax Rager is insanely good to get in your opening hand.
Charge rule! Charge rule! Charge rule!
Prepare to face the mighty Millhouse Metastorm!
Yeah, I'm not going to cast any spells, thank you very much. Oh, and actually when this thing dies and resummons itself, it counts as a Death Rattle, so that's really good. Wow, they are certainly pounding me into dust right now. That's not good. Oh, that is not good.
Death does not scare me!
Someone injured?
Wow, that actually means that I'm dead. I forgot that this thing doesn't have taunt. So, yeah, that fucking sucks. It was just purely the fact that he was able to hit me with all of those tunnel trogs like that many times from the very beginning. So, yeah, that pretty much sucked. I could actually, now that I think about it, have attacked with this guy into the dude, and then I would have gotten my Amara, and then I could have just played Amara. That actually would have won the game for me, but, well, you win some, you lose some. And obviously I didn't really think about the fact that the taunt minion would actually not have taunt while the permanent invisibility is on. So that was a little bit of an oversight, but you learn from those kinds of mistakes. I will certainly not be making that mistake again.
Tyrande versus Pink the Burglar.
Alone give me strength.
Your pockets are looking awful heavy there, bud.
It's not often that I go up against Bink the Burglar. It's mostly that other dragon whelp that I go up against as my first fight.
Is someone injured?
What you got there?
Right away.
Ah, shiny.
Oh, Bink is smart. Bink actually defends himself. Okay, all of these are very bad, but the crystal gem is the best one of the very bad ones, I guess. And I guess let's go for the death rattle.
Tyrande versus Mugard.
Alone give me strength.
Time for pain! Welcome to the exhibit!
Is someone injured?
Don't touch that!
Hey!
Totola, preserve us!
Okay, and that should be a victory. Okay, death rattle once again. I think none of those are really good.
Stupid Twilight Dragon be making kobolds weak. Weaker.
Tyrande versus Sariona!
Alone give me strength.
I sense great power. Come closer.
That other Cloak of Invisibility is actually really good to have against bosses like Sariona, because then she can't use her hero power at all, because she has to target your minions in order to use her hero power.
Embrace the twilight.
And that is another very quick one. Okay, Loyal Sidekick is not really that good. Gloves of Mugging is okay. And Amulet of Domination. It's okay. It's not really that good. Because you have to select the enemy minion to add to your deck. And there aren't really any super unfair minions that you could steal with the Amulet of Domination, unfortunately. So I guess the Gloves of Mugging is probably the best one. Let's see here. Probably that one.
Tyrande versus Blackseed!
Alone give me strength.
Something wicked burrows here. Welcome to the exhibit!
Egg Napper, I guess. That will at least give me something to play on the next turn.
You do not see the shadows, but they...
Holy shit, that's really good.
I love omelets. Touchdown!
Wanna see the voodoo I do?
Okay, those are some pretty shitty cards. Do I need to kill that one? No, I don't think I need to.
The greatest is
First kill. The land land serves me. These caverns go deep. The darkest draught.
Okay, so if I play this one, then I will get a 10-10, which isn't really that useful. That's not useful. This is pretty useful, so let's go for that one.
The damned stand ready.
And this one is also pretty good.
Haste makes waste.
Don't touch me yet. The land serves me. The beasts obey me.
Okay, we have 9 damage, 11 damage with that. Possibly more if we had corrupted healbot on the field, because then we could use the Ultranite Soul Priest to deal 8 damage to our opponent. But I think we are just going to rush everything into the face, since there's probably nothing he could possibly do about that.
Embrace the void.
Don't push me yet. My fate is sealed.
Wow, why didn't he deal that 1 damage on the Egg Napper? Okay, that was also a pretty quick one.
Fate is sealed. There is another far below.
Okay, what is the best year? I think this one. Yeah, probably this one. Ah, Russell the Bard, the guy who sings. If you go AFK for a little while, then he will actually sing for you.
Versus Russell the Bard.
Alone give me strength.
Stay a while and listen.
Okay, so why don't we do that a little bit? I am going to just go AFK basically, and then I will allow Russell to sing his little song.
You signed up the best, you're on a great quest to find the mighty Mother Lord. There's treasures galore, but perils in store, and construction that's not quite up to code. But if you steal their light, then you must take flight, eluding each hazard and each trap. It's a chaotic race as the monsters give chase, and all the while you're trying to follow the map. They're gaining on you, your options are few, and you fear that you'll never get to home. You've sought after wealth, will you lose all your health to the kobolds and catacombs?
And that is the end. Isn't that enjoyable? So we unfortunately can't do anything against the knife juggler right now, so we're just going to attack his face basically. Or yes, is, well, we should actually deal with him. Yeah, I do think we should deal with him. Just to play it safe, because you do not want to get hit with any shenanigans like him stealing the creeper and then killing it somehow and getting 2 arrows into the fairy dragon or anything like that. Unfortunately, if I play the Tortolan, he's going to steal it. So we don't want that. So let's do that. If we take that one, then obviously he's going to steal it, and we don't want that. So let's take the piloted Sky Golem and throw the Mind Blast. Okay, do we want to really use this thing for its intended purpose, or do we just want to push a bit of damage? I think we just want to push a bit of damage. So we will play it without the battle cry. Wow, he actually did that with his face. I did not expect that.
Job's done.
From the junk heap.
Why the hell didn't he kill the piloted Sky Golem?
Stand ready.
Fortunately, this is one of the weakest bosses if you just play around with the fact that he can like steal any 2 attack minions. Oh, and we can actually steal some of his cards. That's pretty good.
Remember, kill Palos! My fate is sealed. Remember, kill Palos!
And that is him done with. Okay, death rattles trigger twice. That's a pretty obvious choice, I think. The Scepter of Summoning is also very good, but I think the death rattles trigger twice is probably the most obvious and best choice out of all of those. And here, this will be the best one, the Combo Caster. Unfortunately, so far, there's really not anything unfair in my deck, so I don't really think that I will be able to beat the last boss, since you need something really unfair in your deck in order to beat that last one.
Tyrande versus Pathmaker Ham!
This guy constantly fucking throws dynamite. Okay, this is not a good hand. Definitely not a good hand and not a good opening.
Tortola, preserve us!
Wanna blow something up?
Shells up!
Boom, baby! Boom!
Wanna blow something up?
Tortola, preserve us!
Ready to flee!
Oh, that's very good. Sure, I think we can... Yeah, that's not really good. I think I will rather use that on someone else. What can we do? We can hit that there, and play Holy Nova, but that's not incredibly good. I think rather just attacking with that guy there and healing the corrupted healbot is good, and then playing the Axe Flinger probably.
Ready to flee!
Special delivery!
Tortola, preserve us!
I can actually maybe heal that guy and attack with him. I think that would be pretty good.
Top move!
Shells up!
My blade be thirsty. My blade be thirsty.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Well, I'm nearly at the point where I can use Shadow Reaver and Anduin to kill those two, but not yet. So I could just attack that in there and then play the Shadow Reaver. Alternatively, I can do that and then just run both of them in, or I could just ignore that one, but I don't think ignoring it is really a good option. So I think playing the Shadow Reaper will be the best.
Stop moving!
Shells up! Shells up!
The light has betrayed me.
Wanna blow something up?
My blade be thirsty. I strike. Blessed be the
Shells up!
Daddy make toys out of you!
Okay, well, that's not good. I'm just basically going to try to ignore the rot face, I think, because it is horrible to deal with it. So yeah, I pretty much just have to ignore it for the most part.
Special delivery!
Jade Serpent guide you.
Okay, well, that's actually not bad at all. It's actually pretty good.
Shells up! Did someone say Bob? Wanna blow something up?
Okay, let us see. The Holy Nova will be pretty good, I think. Yeah.
Hey, that's my cake!
Did someone say Bob?
Hey, that's my cake! One last
Did someone say Bob?
Okay. Fortunately, we managed to beat him. It was a little bit close at one stage, but I think the glove of mugging is the thing that saved me. Okay, unique won't really help me because I already have 3 Tortolan Shell Razors. Prophet Velen is pretty good, and Elementals is also relatively good, but I think the Prophet Velen will be the best. Okay, second to last boss. If we can deal with this one very efficiently, then we will just need to get a good passive on our next turn or on the next match, and then we should be able to beat him, beat the final boss, that is. Unfortunately, we need to survive until turn 5 to play this thing, and he already starts casting his hero power on turn 3, which is really bad.
Welcome to the exhibit.
Okay, the best one here will probably be the Gilded Gargoyle, I think. So I can play the Gilded Gargoyle and then play the Carnivorous Cube on the Gilded Gargoyle. Okay, that's not good. And then I will get a total of 6 coins out of it, I think. That is, of course, if I manage to get the Carnivorous Cube on the Gilded Gargoyle. If he doesn't trade right now. Okay, so he did not trade.
Blessed be this tunnel.
Okay, so this is actually going to be very good.
Hey, that's my cake! One last
Okay, that's good. I can kill it with the Shadow Word Pain.
Stand ready. This is my hunting ground.
Yeah, he's going to play that fucking Devil Sword pretty soon. That is not going to be good.
My fate is sealed. Blessed be this honor. My power only grows.
Holy shit. So I basically need to run all of this in there. So that is very painful.
My fate is sealed. Hey, that's my gate! One last. My fate is sealed.
Okay, fortunately he hasn't comboed that at all yet. But I'm drawing some extremely weak cards.
Hey, that's my gate! That's my...
Holy shit. Why am I getting like my weakest fucking cards? This is horrible. I'm not going to win like this. There's no fucking way.
Hey, that's my cake!
Is someone injured?
Hey, that's my cake!
Fuck, I almost am tempted to do the Holy Nova right now. But I don't really think it will do a whole lot, unfortunately. But honestly, I might not have enough mana to do it in the next turn, so I probably have to do it right now. Holy shit. Absolutely obliterated. And yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. For fuck's sake. That's why I say that you really need something incredibly unfair in your deck in order to beat the final two bosses. The final two bosses are just in another fucking category, in a completely other league basically. So I guess we're just going to do another run. We will get the victory eventually, it's just a matter of time. I don't know exactly what it is about the priest, but the priest has just been the most difficult class to get the victory out of all of the classes so far. By far, it's been by far the most difficult class, because as I said in my other video, I got the warrior one with my first attempt, and I think also the hunter one I got with my very first attempt. But with the priest, I've fucking now tried like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, and it just seems so much more difficult than all of the other classes. And I don't really know what the reason behind that is. So fortunately this boss is so dumb that you can just rush everything to the face, and he will most often just attack your face. Like, I think once they go below, I don't know, once they go below like half HP or below 10 HP, something like that, I'm not completely sure, then they just start trading everything on the board. But for instance, like if he just had the fairy dragon and I had a fairy dragon and he was on full HP, then he would have attacked me. But because he was on such low health, he attacked his fairy dragon into my fairy dragon. So if they have above a certain amount of HP, then they are always going to choose to just attack your face. At least that's how it works with these beginning bosses, the early bosses. So I think Lyra will probably be the best. And we got the +1/1 passive thing. I could have taken the double battle cry thing, but I think the +1/1 passive thing is better than the double battle cry.
Alone give me strength.
I told you kobolds to... Oh, what have we here?
Yeah, this +1/1 is so amazing at the beginning. You really think that the +1/1 isn't such a big deal, but it is actually quite a big deal. It gives you such a huge advantage over your opponent.
Embrace the void.
And that was another quick victory. Okay, let's see, that one is very bad. This one is not good. And I think this one will probably be the best. We don't have enough death rattle minions right now to keep the quest in the opening hand, so we will just mulligan the opening quest until we get enough death rattles.
Alone give me strength.
I sense great power. Come closer.
Unfortunately, she reduces the attack of my minions, so the Northshire Cleric isn't going to be able to attack after a few uses. Actually after 2 uses, since the Northshire Cleric doesn't just have 1 HP, so that, or 1 attack, so that's actually pretty good.
Right away.
Oh, that sucks a little bit.
The damned stand ready.
Embrace the twilight.
My fate is sealed. Funnel cake.
Okay, fortunately I have the Shadowwork Pain.
My fate is sealed. Aye, that's my day.
Meddlesome insects.
And that should be victory.
My fate is sealed. Aye, that's my game.
Okay, Bag of Stuffing is good. The Toric Cube is very, very good. And the Embers of Ragnaros is just okay. So we're going to take the Toric Cube. It's a very weird word.
Oh, crazy cube box. When winning no longer option.
Okay, those are some death rattles. This is Shadow. And I think we will take the death rattles. I should have enough death rattles now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 death rattles, so not quite yet. So we will once again mulligan the opening quest. That Toric Cube is like a game winner if you use it against certain bosses. For instance, against this boss, the cube is actually very good, since her entire deck is just filled with Flame Wakers. So if you swap your minions for the Flame Wakers, then she's not just constantly throwing out Flame Wakers. So that basically defeats the purpose of the entire boss. So it's really, really good.
Need more power.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Are you ready for some fireworks?
Okay, so I think I should take a chance here and not kill that thing right now with the Shadowwork Pain. So I am just going to play the Orchanai Salt Priest.
Embrace the void.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Okay, that was a pretty good result.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
Feel my pain.
Flame on.
Hopefully my Ochonai Soul Priest doesn't die. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I now have the Aloric Cube, and yes, I think I do want to use it right now. So basically what this does is it messes his deck up, and all of my cards cost 2 less. Even the cards that I draw cost 2 less, which is really amazing.
Behold the glory of a new sun! Hey, that's my game!
I just need to remember that each time that I cast a spell, I am actually damaging my face due to the Ochonai Soul Priest, so but fortunately that will no longer be a problem thanks to him killing the Ochonai Soul Priest. Yeah, that's a very bad minion to get. So we will just heal our face.
Hey, that's my game!
And as you can see, the combo with the Aloric Cube and Lyra is an amazing combo, because you so often get those little spells from the Lyra, and those little spells cost 2 less. Everything that you have costs 2 less, so you get a massive advantage over your opponent. So that Aloric Cube is a really powerful thing to get. It's one of the most powerful cards in the game, or in the dungeon run. And unfortunately, oh no, we do get the death rattles. I almost wanted to say that unfortunately there's no more death rattles. So yeah, I think we will take the death rattles over the elementals and the discipline thing. So that should be pretty good. And there is that other boss, Jinzo something something, that makes all death rattles trigger twice. So if we encounter that boss, then it will be very good.
Oh, Whisker!
So we do now have more than 7 death rattles, so we will keep the opening quest. Since if we can get that Amara, then that will be pretty good. It also obviously gives you something to do in your first turn, which is pretty good.
Welcome to the exhibit!
Carnivorous Cube. What's his hero power? Both players recruit a minion. Okay. That will be pretty good actually, since that will allow me to get to my Aloric Cube a little bit faster. But obviously it's not good if he's pulling out massively powerful stuff like that. I mean, he pulled out a 7 mana thing, and I only pulled out a 3 mana thing, so he gained 4 mana just right there. So that's obviously not very good for me.
Everybody, fight!
Holy shit, he's getting really big things. That is not good. So I'm going to attack with this thing in the hopes that it will be damaged still on my next turn when I choose to play the Carnivorous Cube. Since if I Carnivorous Cube that thing, then it is really quite good. So then this turn I will play, I think, the Fairy Dragon and the Radiant Elemental. I think that will be good. Or I could maybe... I could kill that thing since I have 14 damage right now. So that will mean I run that in there, that in there, and that in there. And then attack with that to the face. I also think that's actually a pretty good idea.
My fate is sealed.
Do I want to play the Northshire Cleric now? I think I probably should, to be honest.
Is someone injured?
Okay, so the idea is still to use the Carnivorous Cube on that guy, I think. That will probably be the best. Unfortunately, I can't heal it right now. Or I could heal it right now, but that obviously will not be very good. So I think I'm just going to attack the Northshire Cleric in there, run the rest into the face, and then play the Carnivorous Cube on this guy.
Hey, that's my game! My fate is sealed.
Right away.
One last fight.
And I get a Lyra, but I don't have any spells at the moment, unfortunately. So let's trade in this Shallow Gravedigger. I could actually, if I wanted to, just attack everything to the face. There's really basically no chance for him to come back from that, since he will have 4 HP left, since I currently have 20 damage on the field. So I really don't think he will be able to recover from that. So I think that's a better option than trading in any of my guys. I could just like attack the Priest of the Feast in there. But no, I think I'm just going to attack everything into the face.
My fate is sealed. Hey, that's my cake! That's my cake!
And then I guess we can play the Light Spawn and not anything else, since we want him to recruit another one of our minions. Okay, fortunately he didn't get a minion with Taunt. Okay, so that was a really easy one. This boss really isn't so difficult, just as long as you don't pull out very weak minions. I mean, if you pull out like all of your weak shit like Northshire Cleric and Dark Cultist and stuff like that, and he pulls out like Gruul turn 1, then obviously you're going to lose, because you will have to run all of your shit into his Gruul. So this boss is very much a RNG boss, whereby you really need to just depend on the RNG gods for you not to die very quickly. Okay, so I can choose my second passive. Spells will be good, obviously. Your spells cost 1 less with Lyra, that will be very good. The hero power is shitty, but I think the Cloak of Invisibility will be the best one, since that's also very good with Lyra. Since as long as Lyra can stay on the field, you will basically win the game, since you have unlimited spells. Since as soon as you cast a spell, you get another spell. So you basically have unlimited spells as long as Lyra is on the field. So yeah, Cloak of Invisibility is really, really good. And then we take the last rites once again. I don't think any of these will be better at all. So yeah, so far with the 6 boss so far, I really think I will be able to beat the final boss with this deck. Especially if I can get the Aloric Cube very early on. As soon as I get that Aloric Cube, it's basically game over, no matter what boss you are facing. And I don't believe I've ever fought this boss. I'm not sure what his hero power is. I probably should have checked at the beginning, since you can check by hovering your mouse over the boss at the beginning. But you can't check it right now, unfortunately. So, I don't know. I guess Shadow Word Pain... No, I will throw that away. And the Radiant Elemental, I think I should also throw away. I should really go for that Aloric Cube as quickly as possible. Elatoric Cube. Aloric sounds good, but there is a T in there, so you can't just say Aloric, you need to say Altoric basically. It's a very weird word. So his hero power is destroy the minion with the highest attack. Holy shit. Okay, so that's pretty bad, since he's going to use that automatically each and every turn. So there's really no use to me playing the Northshire Cleric right now. And his minions are probably all just like small little shitty minions, like that one for instance. So let's play the Shallow Gravedigger, since we will get something out of it at least. Or I could actually just not do anything right now, since that thing will die in anyway. I think that is the best bet. I can't even play my 2 attack minion. Yeah, he's just going to play a bunch of shitty little minions.
The damned stand ready.
Is someone injured?
Okay, so fortunately we've come to the point where I can basically play 2 minions every turn. So at least that will allow me to stay ahead of his hero power for the most part. Add a random death rattle minion that died this game to your hand. Okay. That one also seems pretty good, since it will die and then just basically come back again. And we can also play the Orchanai Soul Priest if we want to kill the Frothing Berserker. But the Frothing Berserker isn't really such a huge deal right now. And if I play this one, then it will immediately die due to the hero power. I could actually attack that in there, which will kill that, since that is then a 4 attack minion. But then I need to play something with less than 4 attack. And I don't think that will be possible. I could attack that in there and that in there. That would make that a 6 attack minion. And then I just need to play something that has less than 6 attack. Which can be the Priest of the Feast, for instance. Or the Orchanai Soul Priest, actually. So I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Let's go ahead and do that.
Right away.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. You can actually kind of manipulate the boss's hero power into working in your advantage instead of being in his advantage. And I think the cursed disciple will be good here.
Welcome to the exhibit.
And the shifting shade should be good. We can actually play the shifting shade, then that will die. Or we can play the cursed disciple, if we want that to die instead. Or we can play the carnivorous cube on any of our minions, if we really want to. I think 2 Ochonai Soul Priests is a little bit of an overkill, to be honest. I would rather get the carnivorous cube on a much more useful minion, like perhaps the Radiant Elemental once we actually draw Lyra. So I wonder what will happen if I play the Priest of the Feast. Will the Swallow Hole kill his guy and my guy? Or will it kill a random one? I think it will kill both of them, possibly. But I don't really want to test that out, because that plus 3/3, if it lands on the Devil's Sore Egg, then I'm not going to be super happy, since it would also then have killed my Priest of the Feast. So we don't want that to happen. So I guess in the end, let's just play the Tomb Lurker.
Ready or not. Right away. Feel my pain.
Okay, now I can play something with 4 attack. That will be good.
Blessed be this funnel.
Feel my pain. Right away.
And he should be dead in the next turn. And we can also play the Haunted Creeper. Okay, and that's pretty good. That was a relatively easy victory. You just basically have to play around the opponent's hero power a little bit. Nothing too difficult. Okay, and I get another last rites. That's pretty good. I can also choose these, but the Kazakus will probably never be able to use his battle cry due to the 2 Dark Cultists, 3 Shallow Grave Diggers, 2 Carnivorous Cubes and all of that. So I think the last rites will be the best. I don't like Dreadlord, but I think that will be fine.
Tyrande versus a lava-filled chamber.
Alone give me strength.
Okay, we will throw those away. And his hero power is, after a minion is played, deal 2 damage to that. That will absolutely be fine. That's not bad at all. And I get the Aloric Cube. That's excellent. That is very, very good. Unfortunately, I now no longer have my Death Rattle cards. He probably has a lot of my Death Rattle cards, but that's absolutely fine.
Behold the glory of a new sun!
Okay, that's not good. I kind of was going to depend on the Lyra to give me a victory, but oh well, it's not the end of the world. I still basically can't lose thanks to the 2 reduced mana thing that I get from the Eloric Cube. Okay, Stalag is pretty good.
Tonight, a tale of wonder and magic.
Okay, so we play Stalag. And we can play this to deal with the Barnes. We're just basically going to kill him, since we can kill him much quicker than he would be able to kill us. Holy shit, we're just constantly getting these forbidden flames. Okay, so currently with the 13 damage, he is going to be dead in about 3 turns, I'd say. And as we can see, he's getting a lot of my shitty cards, like the spider and stuff like that. So that's very, very good. The Flame Strike I will keep for now. Holy shit. That's not good, but fortunately I can just Pyroblast it. Come on, hit my face. Excellent. Okay, and that should assure my victory. Yeah, this one was very easy. Okay, now the final boss, and I do think that I will finally be able to beat the final boss, just as long as I don't get 2 horrible draws in the match. The Horn of Cenarius is pretty good. Vaporal Dagger is actually really good, depending on what the final boss is, because the Vaporal Dagger is good against the boss which plays a lot of strong minions, but the Horn of Cenarius will allow me to turn into Amara even quicker. But basically at the end of the day, I think the Vaporal Dagger... No, I think the Horn of Cenarius will probably be the best one. Yeah, Horn of Cenarius it is. And then we take the last rites once again. And it's this one. With the hero power, deal 1 damage to all enemies for each missing master chest. So that's absolutely fine. I'm happy that I did not take the Vaporal Dagger, since you do not want to kill the chests that the dragon has. So the Vaporal Dagger would have been pretty much useless.
Versus Bustras the Ancient.
So hopefully I can get either the cube or the horn very quickly. Excellent. GG Vustras, you are going down. There's no way that he is going to beat me now. No fucking way. Turn 1 that, and then turn 2 Horn of Cenarius. There's no way. And I'm fucking happy that I can finally beat the dungeon run with the priest, because the priest has been a fucking nightmare. Yeah, I already have 14 damage on the field, so that means he will be dead in at least 5 turns. Summon 1/1 copies of 2 friendly Death Rattle minions. Okay, so no Death Rattle minions have died so far. Yeah, that Horn of Cenarius this early is just unbeatable.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
You can hide no longer.
I can hide for as long as I want, because I have permanent invisibility. And just when my health might be getting a little bit low, I can just turn into Amara, so that will give me 40 HP once again. So I don't really need to worry about my HP too much. Holy shit, he just healed a shitload. Okay, let us just see quickly. I can play that one and that one. That will put me 2 away from becoming Amara. Or I can play the Priest of the Feast and then just cast a bunch of spells to regain all of my health, but I think the Deadly Fork and Shadow Gravedigger will be best. Oh, I can actually also heal the Lightspawn in order to gain a little bit more damage. So I might do that in the next turn maybe.
Be gone.
To be honest, the AI isn't really that smart with buffing up one single minion. It's really not very smart. So let's see, if I play that and that, I think that will be good. We need to trade in one of these, unfortunately.
I'll bury you!
Blessed be this funnel cake.
And the next turn I can turn into Amara, which will basically assure the victory for me.
Wretched looter. Secret agent coming through.
Yeah, I'm sorry for you, but you will not be killing me today. Victory is
You are
mine.
safe now.
Okay, now I can just basically rush everything into his face, then he will have 9 HP left, and he won't be able to beat me then. There's no way.
That's my cake.
And I didn't even get my Aloric Cube. If I got the Aloric Cube, then holy shit, this match would have been donezo by like turn 5. Holy shit, light bomb. But he's still dead, I think. Oh, actually not. He killed a shitload of my guys.
My hand is full.
Okay, so let's see. I have 6 damage. That means he is dead in basically 2 turns. So I can do that, and then I can heal myself.
I wield the power.
For Elune.
Yeah, with the healing that I get from the coins, there's no way that he's going to kill me.
I must remain hidden to remain free.
Haha, victory is mine. Fucking finally.
For Elune.
What? Nobody is walking away with kobold treasures!
Jeez, that was difficult. I certainly don't want to go through that again. 38 bosses that I killed. That means that I basically did the dungeon run 4 times, almost 5 times, since 40 would be 5 times. So I almost did it 5 times right through, just to finally be able to succeed. Because a lot of the times I failed at like 6 wins and 7 wins, and that sucks because you're so close to the end. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that I was able to finally do it with the shitty priest class. And yeah, like I said, I don't know why the priest class was so difficult to get it done with. With the hunter and with the warrior, and I think also with the druid actually, I did it on the very first try. With the druid, actually, I played 1 match, I just beat the first boss, and I got presented with 3 of the passives, and then I decided to just concede and then start over again, because those passives were so crappy, and then I did it on my next try. So I literally, basically, did it on my very first try with the druid also. But with the priest, I did it like at least 6 or 7 times. Before beating it finally. So that's pretty cool. I will probably make another video sometime when I get a few hours to play again, since as you see with this video it's pretty damn long. So I really need to put a few hours aside when I'm going to try to get the rogue, mage or warlock dungeon run done. So yeah, I will probably do that in another video sometime. So yeah guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.